This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, or Aegis Rim, whatever. In the last episode, we finished Area 2 by finishing the last battle, which started unlocking a lot of the characters' final stories. Ryoko, she unfortunately loses her memory, but she remembers just enough to keep fighting for herself instead of for Ida or whatever. I guess that was satisfactory. I don't know. I feel like I guess with maybe 13 protagonists that they were going to kind of drop the ball on maybe one or two characters. That at least I feel like it wasn't. I don't know. It's not terrible. It's just I feel like that it wasn't satisfying. I don't know. And I don't need to have like a perfect ending or anything like that to be satisfying. But I feel like something it just has to like correlate properly. I guess I don't know. Anyway, we also finished Shu Amagichi's, which kind of just ends abruptly because Ida technically gets away from him. He says, I'm going to save Yuki, and then goes to the final battle. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, yeah, she kind of takes care of it with whatever else is going on, but it's just kind of like, oh, right? Because, you know, Ida gets taken out by Sekigahara, so obviously he can't do it. And Ryoko shot him earlier, so, whatever. Anyway, let's go with Tomi's. This might take the rest of the episode. We'll see how long it takes her, because that's 75%. But
well.
Let's see. She got back from the future. Yeah, she got back from the future, but Miwako disappeared because Universal Control. She wasn't part of the group, so Universal Control plucked her out. So I assume in the new world, when they return back, there is a Miwako there, but not the one that came with them. So she's effectively dead for all intents and purposes. So, all right, let's see how she deals with the aftermath of doing all that stuff. Sakura High School, new building, class 1B, after returning. Yeah, Miko's there, but it's not the one that went with him. It's the one from this world before they left for whatever. So, yeah, that version of Miwiko's dead. So, let's look over in the information. Okay, nothing new here. Good. Okay.
This girl. New building, same old sleepyhead.
She could sleep through a thunderstorm.
Sami-chan, I've been meaning to tell you. I found a cafe with some amazing looking cakes. Shall we go there after school?
That's the same thing you said before we left.
Hmm? You've been acting strange today.
Well, like I said, she, technically lost that Miwako, so.
You're acting like nothing did. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, she's not the same person, though. She's basically before all that happened, so.
We went to the ruined future. You really don't remember?
You said that this morning, too. I've never heard of Ruined Future. What kind of shop is it?
What kind of a shop would Ruined Future be?
Oh, yeah. We went way deep underground. You were freaking out. You've got to remember that, right?
Underground? You mean the downstairs food court at the mall?
No. Alright, Miwako.
Underground Mall, huh?
Tell it to me straight. In the last few days, did anything big happen? Anything at all?
The last few days? Let's see. Something big. Oh, I know.
You remember?
3 days ago, we moved classrooms from the old building to the new one. That was so sudden. I could hardly believe it. Is that not it?
It was so exciting, just moving stuff. Who
You
knew?
seem disappointed. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
She
Universal
doesn't
Control
remember a
took you
thing
out.
about what just happened. That's not something you can just forget. It's more like her memories were rewritten, as if she never went there at all. The school marked us absent those days, but she's acting like she's been here the whole time. It's crazy. Did that underground computer do this?
Sunset, Kamizumi Station,
I'm
line
glad
number
you
5
remember
platform.
at least.
Oh, this is the scene that kept getting replayed multiple times over. I think. Anyway, that
Yukiko
sounds
has
familiar.
no
But
memory
anyway.
of the whole ordeal. To her, it's like nothing ever happened. And Shinonome-senpai, she doesn't even remember my face.
So that's what Sekigahara meant about being managed. Damn.
Well, I mean, Ryoko forgot because of her pills and all that stuff, so, yeah. Okay, just checking to see if there's
If
anything.
that's true, then everyone here's in the same boat, right? My mom, the people of my city, maybe they're all hidden somewhere, being monitored. It all comes down to that underground computer. I bet it has the answers. I'm gonna
maybe.
go back there.
What? Dude, are you crazy? The place is crawling with androids.
I'm pretty good at hiding.
Dumbass, you'll die. Besides, how the hell do you plan on getting there?
Oh, yeah,
the
he's
hell do
calling
you
you
plan on
out. You
getting
can't just
there?
do that all willy-nilly.
Give it a rest.
Don't even try.
If we use the gate again, we can return to that era.
Do you even know how?
I don't think Morimura would be much help. And Shinonome-senpai, she was looking at me real suspiciously. Oh, I know! Sekigahara-kun! I'll find him and...
Calm down. Just think about it for a sec. You really want to mess with that thing? Shit's dangerous. And you know, if you get stranded again, you might be stuck for good.
I guess when you put it like that, maybe you've got a point. I should slow down and think a little. But still,
What was the point of the train passing? I know it's a train thing, but you could have chosen not to have a
now
train
that I
pass.
think
And,
about it,
I don't know.
why do you care? Don't tell me. You're worried about me that much? Am I really that important to you?
Oh, shut up. Go ahead and die for all I care. It's just, I'd feel pretty shitty being the one who let you do it.
So that's how it is.
Well, it almost sounds like you were disappointed they denied it.
So what? You want me to just sit on my ass until something happens?
I get it, alright? We'll think of something together. Just don't go rushing off on your own.
Yeah, do it as a team, yo. Don't be doing some silliness. Don't be trying to be a superhero. I mean, technically we are with our Sentinels, but she hasn't found her Sentinel yet, though.
Well, look what we got here. Ogata, most punchable face in the city. I think it's about time we settled our shit.
Hey now! Come on, you're fighting again? Stop that!
Hey, stay out of this, idiot.
What do we got here? Don't tell me this little bitch is your girl. Didn't know you were into elementary schoolers. That's messed up, man.
The hell did you just say? You want to say that again? Say it to my face. Come on!
Hey, stop it!
That's only a taste of what you deserve, asshole.
Train's already here.
Well, I guess we're gonna leave him to it. So yeah, this whole scene still occurs. Alright, I guess we'll just leave him behind. Bye.
We'll think of something together. Yeah, right. Keep your word next time, dummy.
A few weeks later.
Another day, another waste of time.
I wonder if during that few weeks, Ogata gets kidnapped by Okino and all that stuff. That's why that scene keeps reappearing multiple times. But anyway.
There has to be a
Tokisaka
gate here
Shrine.
somewhere. Was it all just a weird dream? Oh, stop it, me. If I start to doubt myself, it's all over. I've got a lot more investigating to do.
I got a lot more investigating to do. Nobody in the bin, so. Alright, just nothing over there. Gotta examine the shrine. Okay, nothing else.
When
Alright.
we arrived, the gate was right here. If I stand here, I should be able to go back. At least, that's what I think. But what do I do to get it to show up?
Tell it pretty please with sugar on top.
Maybe there's a switch somewhere. Huh? Whoa!
Here we are, 1985. Do you know what you have to do?
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I'd be questioning my sanity. It's so absurd, my head's going to burst.
You can head back and rest up.
Okino.
Don't worry, I won't be going anywhere. I just need to ensure Chihiro Morimura doesn't find out. Time to pull a few tricks on the gate and cover our tracks.
See you.
So that's after he saw the Destroyer of Worlds from Takatoshi's storyline, so
I saw
we just
that.
get it from a higher place and say, hey. Yeah, one of the few times Okino got surprised. Who knew? Who knew he could actually feel emotions?
Finally found my inn. So... You there. You seem to be able to access the gate.
Who are you?
Tomi Kisaragi. And you are... Okino-kun. A guy who doesn't want to be caught by Morimura. Right? Now then, won't you do something for me? You don't have much of a choice.
Well, I didn't expect her to blackmail him, to an extent. Huh. Well, what do you know? Smarter than she looks, I says. Yeah, we've already done Shu Amaguchi's storyline, which was his final bit, so... it said something else unlocked while doing that, but I guess it was just hers. Anyway, let's keep going.
Well, well.
Unlocked and ready to go. After school, Sakura High School, Class 1B. So he told us all about the gate thingy, I guess? Alright.
Mighty Kaiju
Hey, Juro.
Dinos. They're showing it at the theater right now.
He's talking to himself again.
Oh, one of the few well, I guess all this stuff had to pass for it to occur, but now we finally see characters kind of going, huh, he's being really weird right now, you know.
Usami-chan, would you like to get crepes on our way home?
I'd love to, but I've kind of got somewhere to be.
Okay.
Okay, why'd you pop up, Juro?
Usami-chan, you've been acting strange lately. Are you okay? You seem kind of stressed out.
But you're just fine, right?
Hey, I'm worried about you. Iori-chan! Shall we go home together?
Sorry, I have plans.
You too?
Sorry, Miwa-chan.
It's okay. I'll go home by myself.
Well, it's about that time.
Yeah.
I should head out too. See you, Miwa-chan.
Bye!
Oh, I know when this scene happens, at least when it comes to Juro's concerned. He was going to talk to us, too. Why And then he just ran off, so.
You're staring.
It's nothing.
Yeah, Juro's doing his own thing.
The papers.
Yeah, I wonder what he's gonna talk about.
I forgot them again.
Juro's doing his weird old thing. Now that we know better about what he's actually doing, it's definitely very odd.
Yukiko doesn't remember a thing. But maybe that's for the best. Yukiko! I'm heading out.
See you.
Yeah, time to go back to the shrine and do our dirty business. Alright.
I'm late.
For a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late, I'm late, I'm late, I'm late.
There you are.
Tokisaka Shrine. Interesting outfit.
Back at it again with
My
the
man.
skirt and wig, huh? What a weirdo.
I just didn't get a chance to change. As I said, this is a necessary disguise.
Oh, disguise, you say? You don't
Bold
like
words
wearing
for
it?
someone who can't be bothered to make it here on time.
Sorry. Anyway, you're going to do this for me, right?
Otherwise, I'll tell on you. I'll be a snitch.
Let's go.
I'm a good little
Get
snitch.
in position.
Although snitches do get stitches, so we have to be careful. $300 meters underground mainframe, 2025.
What? Kisaragi?
Amiguchi?
Is this? Oh, well, Amaguchi's story has to pass, so is this after Natsuno came down with BJ? Why is he still here, though? Okay, I guess maybe we get a kind of conclusion to his story from a different matter. It just seemed kind of abrupt, that's all.
That's what I should be asking you. Well, whatever. Who's that little cutie?
Hear that?
You know, Okino's tricked
You're
multiple
a
people,
cutie,
apparently.
I'm not complaining.
Hey, what are you doing? Stay back. They might be with the black suit guys.
BJ says he knows them. Natsuno?
Huh. Well, I guess I should have expected some character storylines to end via someone else's storyline, depending on how the storytelling was going, but still.
You're here too? Why?
This little guy led me here.
Sekigahara's robot?
I see. The two of them will speed up the process. Hello, Okino. I am like this now, but...
You're Miura. Sekigahara told me.
What is your goal?
To save the girl trapped in orbit.
Then we are on the same path.
Now that after we know about the girl from Amaguchi, now everyone knows about it and talks about it, but no one ever said it before. You know, so... anyway. This is before BJ obviously gets lost. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about someone else's story. Because the end of a path to the final battle, shouldn't there be some, like, I guess there was technically a scene with him, like, summoning the robot and everything. But I don't know, it felt like there wasn't, like, a good ending to his plot during his path that said, like, this is what I do, or this is why I'm fighting, or whatever. It's just like, oh, it just kind of ends, and then someone else's story finishes
So
off.
you're here to help number
Okay.
16 too?
My own Sentinel is there.
Sentinel number 17. So that's how it is. Both 16 and 17 were put into orbit.
They went to an unknown man-made artifact in space.
We've briefly gotten a hold of it from here, but we don't quite understand what it is.
Number 16 would know the answer.
Last time we got through to her when I touched something over there. But now...
It won't respond, not even with Kisaragi's biometric ID. She's completely inaccessible now.
Shu Amiguchi may know the reason.
I was going to talk to Natsuno, but it somehow highlighted BJ like right before I talked to her.
Gucci-kun surprised me enough as it is. But seriously, you too, Usami? I can't believe you're all time traveling. This is actually where I'm from. Whoa, you came from the future? Does anyone else know about this stuff? Let's see. Yuki-chan from Class 1A? Miura-kun too.
What? That guy?
Yeah, the guy's hanging out with Juro's house,
I don't
yeah.
know why? Ida did it himself. He shut down her Sentinel.
Ida, huh?
Yeah. Something about authorization?
He must have used his security authorization to issue the command. So that's what happened.
You created these Sentinels. Perhaps you can clear the authorization.
Worth a try. Help me out.
What do you want me to do? I can't do nothing.
So, why are you here?
I can't turn down a cry for help. Especially not from the one and only Miyuki Inaba.
That's still strange, but, well, we know who it is. But he hasn't said who it actually is, because Tomi's here. He's like, that would be kind of weird to say it's actually you from a different loop.
You mean that idol?
Well, yeah. She talked to me through a TV program. You guys call her number 16, but she's actually another you.
He says that, and then she's like, wait, what?
I knew it. That song. It sounded a little different in the style of the 80s. But it's just like when I sang back in middle school. And Inaba. That's my username. I became an idol? Seriously?
Well, a robotic AI
Preparations are
idol,
complete.
sure.
Kisaragi, as you scan your ID to grant access, the authorization will be reset, and the Sentinel will reboot. Go ahead and unlock it.
But it looks scary. It's all red. You're not supposed to press red. Red's a danger color. Or it's a candy light button. One of the two.
No good?
The Sentinel started up normally.
I see. Ida-kun shut me off.
We all came to save you. Sorry it's a little late.
Thank you.
Access is clear.
Don't worry. Universal Control doesn't suspect a thing. To it, this appears to be a simple video broadcast.
Oh, well, that's all there is to it then.
Miyuki Inaba? Also known as Tomi Kisaragi. Just like you. Please tell me, what is all this? What's going on?
I would like information as well.
Do you trust me? Well, you're me, right? I won't get anywhere if I can't even trust myself.
I guess that's true in
I
a sense.
resisted to the orbiting command ship.
Command ship.
For the second phase of the Interstellar Development Project. It's an artificial satellite that presides over terraforming. Terraforming? The very ground you stand on is proof. The second phase was a resounding success. No way!
So the D-forces were used to develop land.
Originally, yes. They were designed as heavy machinery for that purpose. You mean, it's really true? We're not on planet Earth. Huh?
I've seen it with my own eyes. The whole city's less than 30 kilometers long. I thought it was on a spaceship, though.
Unbelievable. What about the other countries I'd been investigating?
Universal Control alters the information you receive. It does whatever's necessary to make things appear consistent. Shukun is telling the truth.
The truth indeed. Yeah, as soon as at some point in the game when they said the enemy were construction for terraforming or plant modification or whatever, I knew I had a pretty strong assumption that this whole thing was taking place not on Earth. So, I mean, we've heard about this obviously before, but this is just trying to bring up all those concepts now since we're in everyone's final episodes, you know.
I can see the entirety of the residential ward system. All of the terminal controls too.
You're able to control the satellite from your Sentinel?
It does have some limitations, of course. But it is possible. Because I'm Tomi Kisaragi. Huh? She's the one who designed the second phase of interstellar development. She was a terraforming researcher. Watch this log of hers.
I was wondering if we were ever going to see her future self.
2188.
Or 2188 self.
Continuing my report from yesterday. I ran the simulation. This was our 25th terraforming attempt. We believe the planet is a Type 57b. In order to reach a habitable state for humanity, the process took 1,800 years. A bit longer than hoped. No further issues up to this point. Oh, and I almost forgot. At Professor Morimura's suggestion, I updated the system on the command ship. It's set to monitor the final phase, surface facilities. Before any harm may come to these facilities, it will determine whether the final phase needs to be redone. As the professor always says, it can't hurt to be safe. Work has been coming along well, but I honestly can't wait to return to the surface.
I was wondering, have we seen everyone's 2188 version of themselves yet? I think... I'm trying to remember if we've actually seen Juro yet. I think not. Oh, I guess technically we've seen kind of like what he looks like as adult when he, you know, Kyle Reese, John Connor look or whatever. I'll have to look through all the characters again, but I think we have seen... There might be like one or two characters we haven't seen. Actually, did we ever see Ryoko's 2188 character? I don't think we ever did, even on her storyline. Unless I'm forgetting something. No, I don't think we ever saw hers, which is weird. Usually it's during their character paths. We eventually see their 2188 version, their selves.
What was that?
A log from Tomi Kisaragi in the year 2188.
She said some curious things. Like redoing the final phase.
You heard correctly. There's no turning back.
Well, what now?
The command ship will fall below the horizon soon. We'll be disconnected for quite a while.
Are there any measures we can take?
Yes. But I believe there's only one way through this. And what's that? Universal control. It needs to be altered. And the only ones who can do that are all of you. Trust in me. And get into the Sentinels.
To the final battle. So I bet what she means is basically we're sort of doing the Aegis program, but not in the same way that Morimura originally intended it for. It has something to do with like altering universal control is probably what the final battle is all about. So that was a nice little ending. At least we got a little bit of closure, at least for Tomi, in a sense, because we finally see herself and everything like that. So I don't know if I want to do another one right now, just because of how long it'll take. Okay, yeah, I was gonna see who we've seen. I don't think we've seen Juro's future self yet, or 2188 self. We've seen Iori multiple times. Have we seen Megami? No, I don't think we have. Yeah, we've seen his self. We've seen Gota's self. We've seen Natsuno. We've seen Miura. We've seen Takatoshi. We've seen Ogata. We saw him. I think we only saw him once, but we did see him. Tomi, we saw hers finally. We saw Amaguchi's multiple times in different versions. We saw Yuki's. I don't remember seeing her. So we haven't seen 3 of the characters as their 2188 selves. So, all right. I was gonna hold off on doing it, but yeah, let's because we can't really do anyone else at this point anyway. So, because we have to go to his hypocrisy story before that. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get Juro's out of the way. It's only 12%. It should, although I'll probably end up taking like 30 minutes to do it. But let's see. Juro recalled a memory from the past during his Tokusaka Shrine with Nenji Ogata. Yeah, then that's when the 426 uses hit him with his nanomachines or whatever. Sure. After school, Sakura High School, Class 1B. And this will obviously unlock the final area by finishing this, but
hey, Juro. Let's go home.
It's you, 426. We need to go out in the hallway and talk to Okino. Can I go now, or no? I have to still do the talk to him.
I'm not.
Oops. Let's see. Anything new?
As Shinonome-senpai told me earlier, there's a second Juro Izumi from another world. He transferred his consciousness into an android. So that must have been what I saw. But still, why did it look just like my grandma when she was younger?
Weirder and weirder. Except she's not actually your actual... You're not actually related to her, but, you know.
I remember now. You live inside me. That day at the shrine, you jumped out of that robot and possessed me.
What do you think I am, a ghost? I had nowhere else to go. If it were up to me, I would have picked a more welcoming host.
So you wouldn't have wanted to look inside your own body?
I can't have you causing a scene here. Your memory needs...
Okay, well, I know you're gonna just do that again, but we need to talk to... Before you possess me again, or whatever, we need to find Okino. Apparently. After school, Sakura High School, 3rd floor. Oh, Megami and Morimura.
Miss Morimura.
See if they've got anything to say. What the?
Chihiro Morimura. That's right. She's the one I saw in my dream.
She's the one with the cat suit. I can never forget that.
Excuse me.
Kurabe-kun. Is something wrong? You look pale.
Well, I saw you in a much hotter outfit, so that would always shock anyone.
Tell me the truth. I'm actually Juro Izumi, aren't I? The way I am now is something you created.
What's this all of a sudden?
I get it now. The woman who keeps showing up in my dreams. The one I saw on Sumire Bridge. It's not Fuyusaka-san. It's you. Chihiro Morimura.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, don't pull this. I figured you out.
Have you been aware this whole time that Shiba-kun was inside of me? Or rather, Juro Izumi was.
You talk too much. You think you can just walk in here and screw everything up? I'm not afraid to shut your mouth.
Kurabe-kun?
Yep. We had to run because of we had to run because of him, because he's being creepy.
If the woman from my dream is actually our teacher, then Tsukasa Okino must be real too. Where have I seen him before?
Somewhere. Maybe on the other side?
That's right. There was a guy standing by the vending machines earlier. He looked just like Tsukasa Okino.
Hey, he's just standing there ready to get a drink. Convenient. Okay.
Hey, do you have a minute?
You're not gonna talk to me unless I call your name.
Hey, wait! Okino-kun!
Yeah, don't be so
I knew
standoffish.
it. You look just like him.
Do you need me for something?
We need you for a lot of things, but the truth is one of them.
You're Tsukasa Okino, right?
You must be mistaken.
You even sound like him. You were in that UFO with Juro Izumi, right?
You're not making any sense. Sorry, but I don't have time for this. If you'll excuse me.
Wait! The UFO wasn't the only time. I know I've met you somewhere else.
Let's recall right now
That's
in front of
right.
him.
I remember now.
Are we telling him while we recall or flashback? Maximum security prison interrogation room 1 loop ago 2104.
Prisoner E426, face forward. The drug has been administered. The perp cannot fight back. Do not be alarmed. It is safe to enter. Prisoner E426, look up while we're speaking to you. Or would you rather bear the brunt of the electric chair?
So this man's the culprit?
He's a murderer. He bombed Shikishima, killing countless people. We managed to catch him, but his identity is still unknown. Furthermore, his testimony makes no sense. That's why I've requested your assistance. The name's Onishi. I'm in charge of this investigation. I appreciate your help. Mr. Tsukasa Okino.
Tsukasa-kun.
Take a good look at him. Do you know this man?
No, I'm afraid I've never seen him before.
All right then. Your biometrics lead me to believe you're being honest with us.
Why did you bring me here?
Well, we used a truth serum on the guy. He started saying your name over and over. He also mentioned a student by the name of Chihiro Morimura. This is her photo. Do you recognize her?
No.
We'll be requesting her cooperation soon enough. But it'll have to wait until next week. She's currently out of the country. In any case, thank you for joining us today. I may ask for your presence again if any new info turns up.
Of course.
You are free to go. Follow the signs back to the waiting room. Do not be alarmed. The perp cannot fight back. Mr. Juro Izumi, take a good look at him. Do you know this man?
How would I? All I know is he's a terrorist bomber.
Well, we took a look at your DNA. The two of you are a perfect match. It was quite a surprise.
What?
There's a distinct possibility that one of you is a clone.
That's ridiculous. What does he have to say about it?
According to his testimony, he is in fact you from the future. As for his motive, he claims he had to commit this crime to prevent the emergence of Kaiju.
Kaiju?
Huh? Excuse me for a moment. What is it? We're in the middle of an investigation. What? An evacuation order? It's on the news?
Kaiju.
Higoromacho, Benefactor 2.
Looks like he's awake.
Perfect. I'm almost done.
What's going on?
Should have known that they'd done that after Ogata's storyline. I should have known they've done this to multiple people at some point, because having to Takatoshi, Ogata, and I guess Juro is also another one that went through the whole mind loop scenario or whatever, or mind trickery there.
Hey, what is this?
Calm down, please. High blood pressure generates noise in the scan.
Tsukasa Okino.
I wonder if he did it after he talked to him, like something happened and he knocked him out or whatever.
I remember now. I was attacked out of nowhere. Sorry about that.
It was the only way. This isn't the most welcoming place, is it? I can't imagine you would have come willingly.
Well, he came to you, dude. You didn't have to knock his ass out.
Yes, good. Keep your mind calm.
Yeah, Okino can't just talk to people. He has to frickin' punch him and knock him out and use his lapdog, Takatoshi, to do it for him. Because he has no agency.
Tsukasa Okino, aren't you? I saw you in my dream and you got left behind.
I knew there was something odd about you. But that dream of yours is even more surprising than I expected. Juro Izumi, shifting in cycles. There's only one person those memories could have come from. I'm glad I looked into this. To think he'd seek refuge within Juro himself.
Well, that was more of a coincidence than anything, just a set of circumstances. But yeah, the dream we saw was the Izumi where he murdered everyone, hoping that if he killed all 13 of the pilots and all that, that would stop them from coming. But nope.
Yes.
But bad call there, dude.
Do you know him?
We call him 426. As of now, he exists as sheer consciousness. That is to say, he lives in your injected nanomachines. At some point, he got in and took over the system area. Go ahead and ask him yourself.
Shiba-kun. So this is the guy. He's not quite what I imagined.
Don't be deceived. He can alter his appearance however he pleases.
You guys can see him?
Yeah, that is weird. Why can't I see him now? Why did he choose to look like that, though, out of everyone? I don't think they ever explained, other than to throw us off the scent that we couldn't figure out immediately who it is, because obviously the mystery would be gone, you know, yada,
He's
yada,
under
yada.
my control now. He can't hurt you anymore.
If it was only that easy before.
Jeez, Juro. Why you gotta be so obtuse?
Tell us the purpose of your disguise.
Why do you have to be so oblong?
He's trying to take over my mind.
Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not the one who wanted that. Chihiro Morimura is.
Our teacher?
She wanted to transplant my memory backups into you. Whatever she could do to match your personality with mine. But Tamao Kurabe didn't like the idea. She created a new personality. The one you have now.
But you were using videotapes to alter my memories.
Yeah, well, the backups weren't meshing with your simulated personality. You almost had a breakdown, man. So I decided to turn him into something a little more concrete. Something your current self would understand. You should thank me for saving your ass.
Somehow I find that hard to believe.
So this is based on the similar idea when Morimura wanted to turn Iori into her. He also wanted to turn Izumi into Juro, so they could kind of, you know, restart what they wanted to do or whatever. I don't know about get back together, but kind of trying to I don't know, just, you know what I mean.
Why did you try to help me?
Well, if Morimura's plan did work out, there'd just be another copy of me running around. Besides, I don't want to be left watching over your unstable mess.
I won't tolerate being used any longer. I'm sick of it.
426.
For better or worse, she's given up on the Sentinel project. Her interest in Juro Kurabe has waned.
But the Sentinel project is the only option we have.
Wrong. Sentinels can't save us alone.
Then what can? You're talking as if you know the answer.
I do. I've found an effective means for our survival. Would you like to hear it?
Well, you're gonna tell us anyway.
What we call the UFO? I know who programmed it. It was a certain someone named Tsukasa Okino, back in 2188.
2188?
It's hard to believe from looking at you now. But he was quite the sloppy programmer.
When he designed the environment management system, he borrowed a portion of it from something else.
Yeah, video
particular
game.
portion contains the D code. It's what's summoning the Kaiju. That part of the code was never supposed to be accessed. Well, it was.
See, this is what happens when you're a sloppy programmer, folks. You gotta learn to code. Even if it's the most boring thing in the world, you gotta learn to fix your code, man.
Where was this code reused from?
It was a little outdated, even for its time. But it's a little sim game based on mighty Kaiju Daimos.
A Daimos game?
You're telling me a video game has control over the automated factories? That's how the Kaiju are being produced?
Where do you think the name Daimos came from? It's not a coincidence, you know. Up until now, we've been forced to play a game we can't win. But just imagine. What if we gained access to the greater system? We've had limited control over it so far. If we fix that, we'll be able to fight on an equal playing field. Think about it. Each time we destroy an enemy, we'll get some kind of meta prize. Like scoring points. With those, we can use the automated factories to strengthen our Sentinels.
Points, huh?
Let's just call them meta chips for now.
I like the fact that they're trying to explain the game mechanics for the actual destruction part of the game as part of the, because of the game mechanics, because of the sloppy programming or whatever, so.
I still can't trust you.
Fine, leave what you want. I don't need your help anymore. Sorry for wasting your time.
Do you have any proof of your claims?
There was a log on it, but it's gone.
You're putting the fate of humankind's last colony in a video game?
That's it, Hijiyama.
Huh?
You saw the log, didn't you?
Hijiyama-kun.
Yeah, Mira had it, and he wanted to prevent Morimura from deleting it, which is what she'd been trying to do for a long time.
What was that log all about?
You want to find out? Go help that idol who's stuck in orbit. Well, it's about that time. I need to get going.
What?
Don't worry. He can't do a thing.
Maybe. But a guy like him probably planned ahead.
Oh, give the boy a prize. You can be surprisingly sharp at times, Hijiyama.
Hokino!
Sorry.
You're...
Juro! Thank goodness. I made it in time.
Yeah, thanks to me talking their ears off. Did you walk through tar to get here?
I'm doing exactly as you told me. Foul-mouthed cat.
Well, at least we finally found out who the cat was. I knew it was Juro, but I was wondering, or Izumi, but...
Don't worry about erasing his memory.
What? But then...
What are you talking about?
Let's go.
Relax. I won't erase your memories either.
So it's her. She's the one who's been cooperating with him.
The Yokosuka Angel. Sector 4, 2188.
Open the airlock. Hijiyama, respond please. I need you to open it. Can you hear me? Loud and clear, Yakushiji. Hijiyama, open the B2 airlock. I'm afraid I can't do that. You're well aware of the reason. We're not infected. The vitals detected by your suit tell me otherwise. I'm so sorry, Yakushiji. Fine, I may be infected, but my daughter isn't. Please check her. It's true, she's not showing any signs of infection just yet. So you'll let her in, right? Please? Unfortunately, she is likely still risk we can afford to take. You and I, we're comrades, aren't we? We've been to hell and back together. If it's the last thing I ask of you, please, Ichiyama. I'm sorry, Yakushiji. You must understand.
Ichiyama, patch me through to airlock control.
Major Izumi.
Izumi-san, I had a feeling you would say that. So I've sealed the airlock on my end. I can't allow you to infect this colony. Don't jump to conclusions. I'm the one getting out. I'll grab a shuttle and retrieve his daughter. We'll give it 24 hours. If she does turn out to be infected, then we'll never return. Simple as that. I can't accept this. It's an order, Ichiyama. Sorry, Yakushiji. You're going to have to leave your daughter with me. In the meantime, you'll need to return to the pod you came here in. Are you alright with that?
I entrust you with her life. My daughter. My Megumi.
I'll protect her at all costs. I promise. No matter what happens, I intend to fulfill that promise.
Just as you said. A kaiju attacked, like in that movie. So we'll do what we have to do. Get in the robots and fight. Our fate was sealed a long time ago.
A award, GOG Street.
That log from 2188. I get it now. That must have been an important memory of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. We finally got to see 2188 of Izumi, and we found out Megumi was just a little girl whose father had to be left behind because of the nanomachine plague or whatever, but she was able to be taken on board because of Izumi. So I guess Megumi's the only character who wasn't like, old. She was a little girl. Although you can't really tell from the airlock there. It looked like, I assume she was like under, like a little girl, like maybe like 7, 8 or something like that. But I could be wrong. Maybe young teenager, like 12 or 13. But not that matters. But anyway.
The log itself may be gone, but I do remember what it was about. And as long as you have my memories, I don't need to explain a thing, do I?
Are you really okay with this?
Of course not. I want in on the action too.
And yet, you're entrusting it all to me.
Kind of reminds me of actually, I don't know if it's exactly reminds me of that Tales of the Abyss, because the other character still kind of fought against it, but I don't know. The same themes about someone taking over as one's responsibilities or memories, being the same person or whatever, but who has the right to do what. Anyway.
Even though they kind of turned you into a sissy, in the end you're still Juro, just like me. I've accepted it. We've all got to play with the hands we're dealt. Fuyusaka's not going to be able to handle him alone. Go for it, Juro.
Time to summon our dude.
What's going to happen to you?
Piloting a Sentinel takes a hell of a lot of brain power. If your nanomachines are focused on that, there won't be much processing power left. In other words, I won't be able to talk to you anymore. But you've got my memories, right? You know what needs to be done. The rest is up to you.
You're right. I'll do it. I guess I'll be going then.
Right. Put your game face on, Juro. We've taken turns for the last time. Try not to get a game over.
Alright, time to summon, I'm trying to think of another. Time to summon the Gundam.
Sentinel number 13. Activate.
the final battle. Now that was a satisfactory story right there, because it ties into Megumi's story, which you find out the cat was obviously Izumi. But I wonder how he appeared to only her somehow. Maybe it had something to do with infecting her nanomachines or something like that. But yeah, I kind of knew that was the case just because the voice actor sounded very similar, just a little bit slightly different. And now we've finished Kurabe's story, and now we can play Megumi's storyline as well. Probably how she gets to that point of saving Juro and what happens after that fact. But yeah, Juro's story was his concluding chapter was very satisfying, I think, in terms of just storytelling, what we found out, and where it goes from there. Unlike Amaguchi's, or even Tomi's for that matter, because she doesn't do the whole summon the Sentinel. I mean, it still covered some things, but didn't summon the Sentinel. Have a summon the Sentinel scene or anything like that. Not really. But anyway, that's it for this episode of 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. In the next episode, we'll tackle Megumi's journey and her with the Izumi cat and her magical girl powers. And I think if we get enough, maybe we'll try to do and go to this storyline, because I think, won't that cover... Yeah, because when we finish hers, we'll be at that point. But I think the most of the episode will probably be doing her and maybe doing some mystery file unlocking, but we'll find out. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.